but that's where the people poo is, inside there, so that's going to be really good fun getting in there. Just another little problem. Had a few today, she's been a ripper. Well, I would say that they are well and truly shot to pieces. Well, time to check out some of the things that need repairing. Now this little baby here was dead flat yesterday, and I can see here there's a split here in the sidewall. See if we can see that, baby. And when it was flat, there's another one there actually as well, and there's one up here. So, oh look here, oh look at it. Wow, one there, one there, one there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another one there, 8 little slashes in the sidewall. Perfect. And these stupid tyres are like, they're ridiculous. I think they were like either 250 or 300 bucks each, maybe 250 for a blooming side-by-side tyre. Anyway, they're getting pretty worn. We've only done 4,000 Ks and they're worn. Here's one of the new ones here. I ripped the sidewall of that one. So that's a newie. So hopefully this will last a little bit longer. Alright, we'll go and check out some of the other bits of carnage that we got. This is all just picked up quickly, some rubbish that was in the trailer. It was actually in the back of the new spare part Brumby that we just got. So just had to quickly get it out of the rain because we had a little bit of rain last night. So we'll go and have a look and see what else we have to repair. So speaking about things breaking, here's another one. Look at that. My tripod selfie stick for the old action camera, for the old DJI. Someone accidentally sat on it and snapped the head of it off. So perfect. Unreal. I'm actually going to try and put an M6 bolt in the end of that. And then I'm going to chop the bolt off and hopefully it'll go into a tripod. You know, like the screw camera mount. Hopefully. See how we go. We'll go and check the rain gauge, see how much rain we got. It's actually sprinkling a little bit now. Oh, look, there's rain off in the background there. It's a bummer, actually, because we've got hills over there, hills behind us, and hills over here. And we can just sit there and watch all the rain over there. And it just goes around us. All right, bit more repair work here to do. So, unfortunately, we've lost the bolt out of here. Which this shaking around just on the one mount has cracked that and broken that, and it is just hemorrhaging out hydraulic fluid, which is actually costing us a fortune. I had to put 4 litres in it yesterday and it just gobbled it. So we got to fix that. Also, our brand new engine, I'm going to have to go and see the people I got it from. This is a ZS Power, so they're actually quite a popular Chinese motor. I was reading this morning they've actually sold 15 million of these different motors in the States, so that's a fair few. But she's running like an absolute bucket of poo, which is no good for our log splitter in winter. And looks like something's missing out of here. That's got a little grub screw, maybe, I don't know whether it's a spring that goes through here or whatever. But this here, which I don't know what it is, it comes from the gearbox. It's some sort of a, I can't remember what you call them, but that's moving around all over the place, which goes into the carby here, and it's oh yeah, running like an absolute bag of poo. Anyway, and we come over to the poor old car trailer. This side here is not too bad, but all these welds here are breaking. Another thing that's breaking is our handbrake cable, so I've got a new one there to use. And we have a look here, look at this one, she's got one strand left, so I've got to get under there and replace that. Also, all of these welds here are all gone. That's gone. This one over here is so bad it's gone on top of it there somehow. Look at this stupid thing. And it's starting to crack in here as well now. There's one there, big one over here. Where are we there? Look at the size of that. There, she's a ripper, Rita. Look at that beauty. Oh, look at this one. I can nearly stick my finger through it. So I'm going to have to strap all this up, pull it tight and re-weld it all. Unreal. Unreal. And then I've just noticed too that all of our straps, I hung the straps out last night, well yesterday, forgot to bring them in last night, and it's blooming rained. So these are other things that we've got to fix too. I'll go and show you that. So these, unfortunately, have been rubbing against something and that's snapped. We've got about 3 of them that are snapped. So fortunately I do have a commercial sewing machine. So I'm going to try and sew them back up again. These ones here I won't be using to tie any load bearing things like a car or anything like that. Can tie down some bales of hay. They'll be alright because they're not too bad, but definitely won't be back to their, what's the rating of these things? They're quite heavy. What's this rating? 2,500 kilos. Definitely won't be 2,500 kilos. But anyway, these stupid things are still wet because she rained. Beautiful. Alright. Oh, I wonder why I get nothing done around here. All I'm doing is fixing stuff all the time. Anyway, that's all what it is. Alright, check her out. Quick fix. Look at that, what a gem. So what I've done, I'll unscrew this. What I've actually done is I have put an M6 bolt, threaded it into the top of this, drilled it out with 5.5mm drill bit just to make it a little bit smaller. Got the old bolt, ground the top of it off. There's the head of the bolt just there. Ground the top off and away we go. Look at that, Ripper Charlie, she works like a treat. So, quick fix. So I've glued it in with this stuff here, Rapid Fix. So this stuff here I saw the other day. So this is apparently stronger than super glue, similar to super glue, but it's got this welding powder. So you put a little bit in, you can fill cracks and stuff with it. Put that in, then put the powder in it, and then you keep on building it up, and you can drill it, sand it, do everything. It's expensive, 33 bucks, but it sticks to everything. Plastic, metal, even glass. What's it say here? Metals and glass may need up to 30 seconds before bond is set. That's pretty cool. And apparently it works. So give it a go. And it's definitely made, that's pretty strong. That's not coming out of there, that's for sure. She's a ripper. Well, it's pretty hard to see with the old action camera because they're not really good for close-ups, but we've got a sea eagle sitting up in the tree up here. I'll try and just plod along really quietly. Hopefully not scaring him too much. See if I can get up closer. Wow, that is really cool. Very, very cool. Well, we've managed to get a bit closer. There it is, look at that. What a gem. He's pretty big, sitting up there. Hard to tell. I might see if I can try and get a little bit closer without frightening it away. I don't want to frighten it away. And of course we have another problem. The thermo fans, they're not coming on. Here's all the connections for it all in here. I've tested all of this and this isn't working properly. I've checked the fans. The fans are working when I hooked them up. I've replaced a little thermal switch down in here and I still can't get them going. So I've got to keep playing with that, try and find out what's going on there. Another problemo is my light bar is not working properly. It's really dull. So I connected it straight to the battery and boom, she lit up like a blooming Stadium Australia. Put it back in here and it's dull as. Checked here and we've got 12 volts, but no, she's not working properly. So it's another thing I've got to work on. Oh, it just doesn't stop. I just got to keep going and going. And then there's another problem down at the old wool shed. We'll go and have a look at that. So now, this one's a bit of a gem. I've got hay growing in the back of my Brumby. I need to clean all this out because that'll just rust. But check her out. The old hay field going in the back of the Brumby. Growing away nicely there. So this is our other problem, and this is probably the best. This is going to be the best fun, this one. So this is our Clivus Multum, which is the drop toilet, and that's the storage for all the poo for the composting toilet. Up there is the inline fan, and the inline fan is dead. She no work. So I put another little fan of some description down the bottom down there, but it's not really working. It's not drawing the air properly, so it's smelling inside. So I have to get in there and disconnect it. Yep, inside that little hatch. I got to crawl in there, and well, I don't have to crawl in there. I just got to stick my head in. But that's where the people poo is, inside there. So that's going to be really good fun getting in there. I might even just leave it, not disconnect it. I'm not getting in there. Anyway, fun. Just another thing to fix. Got to cut all that out and redo it all. Perfect. Probably go a little bit more sand, I think. Well, after battling with old Mr. Sandblaster, because the Sandblaster has actually sandblasted blooming everything off the Sandblaster and all the hoses are all perished, finally got my bonnet and my deck lid, the boot lid, done. Quite a lot of pitting from the rust. It is 51 years old. It's actually, there's no rust in this bonnet at all, and there's no rust in the boot either, which is really, really good. So just giving it the old wax and grease remover. And this one here, I've basically, after sandblasting, I've given it a sand, and I've got in here with a brush. It's not a wire brush, it's a nylon brush, because the wire brush was a bit too harsh. And this one here, I've just brushed. You can see a lot of the marks in it, so I want to see if the primer fills it. I know the primer filler will definitely fill it, but it'll be interesting to see. There's quite a lot of marks in here too, but it's no rust in any of the down the bottom here and stuff, which is awesome. So I'll give this one a wax and grease, and then I'll just give it a quick primer undercoat with some Rust-Oleum just to protect it until I bog these up, and then I'll do a epoxy primer over the whole lot. Perfect. Awesome. It's going to take a while, that's for sure. Anyway, starting the old Beetle project. Well, alright, perfect. Just another little problem. Had a few today, she's been a ripper. Can you see what the problem here is? Can you see? Yep, there it is. The old engine light's on. What a gem. I'm going to have to go and put my scan tool on it and see what it is. I think I know what it is, but what a pain in the neck. Fair dinkum. A bit of shade on there. Like, really? Oh man. This is driving me mad. Crying out loud. Well, here's something else that's gone wrong. Something else broken. The brake pads are completely worn out. Completely gone. On both sides. It's only done 4,000 Ks. And I've actually chewed the blooming disc too. So I might have to replace this disc. The other side's exactly the same. Just, oh man. Look at it, there's nothing left of it. Absolutely nothing left. And look at the chew mark in the middle there. Oh yeah, that's got a nice lip running through there. Ah, far So yep, looks like I'm going to have to replace the discs. Awesome. Well, I would say that they are well and truly shot to pieces, and it's just destroyed the disc. Just eaten the whole inside of it out. Anyway, I've got to put these pads back on again. No, not those ones, new ones. I've got some newies. Chuck them on, and I'll have to get some discs as well. Awesome. More money, more time, more things breaking. Love it. Not. So this is where a big storm went through here a few years ago and blew all these stringy barks over. Like literally just uprooted them. They didn't snap, they just broke the root balls out. And as you can see, there's heaps. All that over there, we've cleared. It was all like this. We've got to try and clear it because it's just taking up so much area of the paddock. But as you can see, it's a bit of a hard task, but we got to do it. Some nice straight pieces of timber in here, eh, Loons? How you going, Miss Loonies? She's helping, aren't you, Loons? As you can see, yep, it's not an easy task, by no means. Be good to get it done though, be great. Anyway, I'm just chopping up these logs here, we'll drag them over. We've got a pile over there we're going to use for firewood. So we're just dragging them all over there and chop them up. Well, we're just piling up some of these loggies. Nice little piles everywhere. Braden's been putting them in piles. And of course, what do you do with piles of wood? You burn them. So this is how we do the clean-up. That's the way everybody does a bit of a clean-up actually. So we've got our permits from the RFS because it's winter, so we're allowed to do this, which is good. Oh, she's nice and warm. So you need to try and get as much small stuff in with the big logs to get it nice and hot, like this one is here, nice and hot. Otherwise it's not going to burn everything. In fact, that end of that stump there the end of that tree there might not burn. That stump there might not burn. And we can put it all back in a bit of a pile anyway. But in there it's nice and warm, so those big ones in there will burn, that's for sure. They're nice and warm. It's nice and toasty standing here actually, it's beautiful. Might have to go and get a beer and come back. Opened her up and lo and behold, look what we've got here. Oh, beautiful. The whole thing has come off. Wow, that's bent pretty bad in there too.